Brian Clark, Director of Real Estate Development for Ryan Companies.
Okay. I know with your little bit of your background, you started from landscape architecture.
Yeah, as a landscape architect and Iowa State graduate, had a strong desire to impact communities, impact environments, in a great way to kind of leave a better setting, if you will, for cities and for residents. So that was the start. I think after founding a consulting firm and growing that also grew our planning practice in the private sector. And we began to do some planning for cities, for universities, for developers, for architects. And I felt real estate development could be a bit upstream in the process of doing good planning, impacting environments in a positive way that I thought was missing here in the Midwest. And so I had a 28-year career in landscape architecture and wanted to spend the last chapter trying to get better projects built and planned in the Midwest. That's what led me to this position.
Okay.
Yeah, the purpose is to create places where people thrive. That can mean a lot of different things. It can be creating buildings where people can do their best work, whether it's research or accounting or legal work. It could be industrial manufacturing facilities where people do their best work creating the next invention, if you will, to impact agriculture or science. It's creating mixed-use environments where residents and families can thrive within a well-designed or planned setting. So the purpose of my role is to create those environments and also create assets for the company. So we're in this business to make a profit, but do so in a way that we think is responsible and gives back a better community than when we started. I think perceptions that I think we have suburbs today, and suburban perceptions are different than urban perceptions about how development should be planned and implemented. Budgets don't always align with visions and dreams, and so one of the biggest challenges, and from my standpoint, is how to get visions and ideas implemented that still meets a financial metric and criteria that shows a profitable end result, but also a better community as the end result as well. So it's balancing the financial and the visionary, if you will, to get great things built. Yeah, I'll go to the Wells Fargo campus in West Des Moines, 160-acre site. The corporation had a certain idea of what a campus kind of would look like and feel like. We approached it from a planning standpoint of dealing with what the site would give us, and the site gave us great stormwater opportunities to build a campus around. And so it's that I think is an example of taking advantage of certain site characteristics, planning a program that is based on the client, but you apply it in a different way based on different sites, different opportunities. I think that solution responded uniquely to the owner's program, the site assets, and yielded a much better site condition than what was there. Before, it was farmed as ag land, and now it's got 70 acres, or over half the site is in native prairie grasses with a fully sustainable stormwater system. So I'm proud of that from a number of different levels, but it's when good planning ideas marry up with great clients.
Yes.
that have the budgets to implement your vision, that's when good things happen. I'm seeing opportunities, definitely, of course, in the public sector, various cities and counties in planning roles. I'm seeing private sector consulting firms locally, like Confluence and others. Nationally, I think planners are being consulted more and more on a variety of topics. I think in the construction or real estate department perspective, we're starting to think more broadly about land and acquisition of land. Ryan's not a big land buyer, so we don't have planning at the top of our list. But we just tackled a 120-acre mixed-use development in St. Paul, and used our A&E team as a master planning role, and probably could have used some true planning assistance on that side of the equation.
That's the architecture and engineering department, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.